Hey y'all, welcome to another studio vlog. If you're new here, my name is Renee and I am the owner of Hone the Brand. I sell stationery and budgeting items. And if you're interested in those, check out my website that is always linked in the description box. Today I'm working on a few new products as well as a few orders that need to go out. Here I'm showing you guys some of the new cash envelopes that I have, some of the new cash envelope placeholders, and some of the bookmarks. I've been obsessed with chevron lately, so I have a chevron collection and I have a floral collection as well as a cheetah print or leopard print collection. Everything I need between those lines. I also went ahead and redesigned my cash placeholders. You have the option of getting them in the red, black, or the gold color. So you guys, here I am working on a couple of orders, and I thought while I work on a few orders, why not have a little chat with you guys about business and about a few of the mistakes that I've made when I started my business, so you guys don't make those mistakes. If you guys are new here, then you wouldn't have known that when I first started my business, I started off by selling digital downloads or printables on Etsy. I started with planners, daily, weekly, different planner pages is what I started off with. A month later, I started selling my skincare. My business was always centered around planners and skincare. Now, first things first, I did want to come out with my first physical planner when I first started my business, and I was looking for manufacturers overseas to actually produce the products for me. But because of the pricing and I was just starting out, I decided not to go that route. So I stuck to Etsy and digital downloads. Now in the beginning, it was hard for me to see the sales come in because of course I was a brand new business and I was learning how to market and, attract new customers to my brand. But a month later, I went ahead and I started introducing my skincare products. Now, what I started with were soap bars and facial oils. Now, you guys, looking back at it from now, I see the mistakes that I made, and I can tell you guys one thing that you need to do, or one thing that you should not do, is start with multiple products. Start with one product, learn how to market that product, learn how to attract customers without selling. You need to solve a problem that the customer may have. That is what's going to attract them to your brand. That's what's going to get them purchasing your products. I did not know that when I was younger. And I thought, oh, let's go on social media and just, pictures and videos, just posting different pictures and videos. The customers will come. You guys, it didn't. It took a while. And then when I seen that wasn't really working out, that's when I started to introduce more products. Again, another mistake. I introduced more products in such a short time frame. But the products that I did introduce were more facial serums, water-based facial serums, and masks. So I did see some sales when it came to those products, but again, I didn't get the results that I was looking for because I was not marketing to the right people and I was not marketing correctly. I say this to say, keep that in mind when you are starting a business. Keep in mind that what you need to be doing is you need to prove to people how your product can help solve the problems that they have. That is what's going to get them interested in your product, and that's what's going to get them purchasing your product. Another mistake that I've made, or I feel like I should have avoided, was not building the hype for the product before the launch date. And when I say that, I mean weeks before launch, I should have been hinting at these new products. I should have been promoting them. I should have been marketing them weeks before the product launch to build that hype, to get people so excited that they join my mailing list, that they ask me every single day, when is the product going to be available, when it's going to be available, because this was going to ensure that on launch day that I would have been bringing in those sales. So that is another mistake I've made, and looking back 5 years later, I can clearly see how I could have done things differently when it came to launch days.
I've been all in my phone, I got options, and I don't wanna tell you to drop it, but I don't wanna play your fair. Yeah, something that makes me look at you too often. Oh, baby, you can give it something. Baby, I can run all the time. Baby, I'm talking crazy. I need you running my space, but I need it, baby, I'm late.
Mistake number 3 that I can talk about, and this is not in any particular order, is comparing my brand to someone else's, comparing my success to someone else's. A lot of the times we sit and we follow other companies that may be selling the same products that we are selling, and we see them doing so well that it kind of discourages us when we're not seeing the same amount of success. I have followed or have, researched different brands within my niche, and I was seeing them get sales after sales after sales, and I kept asking myself, what am I doing wrong where I can't see the same amount of success? And they say comparison is a thief of joy or something along those lines. And it's right. It's true. Because there were so many days that I was just like, I wanted to give up on this business. I was tired. I was like, I'm not seeing the sales. I'm putting so much money into buying products, ingredients, and especially with a skincare business, there are so many ingredients that you need to purchase in order to create your products, and they add up really quickly. So I kept getting discouraged, seeing everybody getting in all those sales, making all the pretty products, and I wasn't seeing the same amount of success. Do not compare your journey to someone else's journey, because again, they say social media is a highlight reel. You don't see all the down or the doubt that they may be facing some days, all the negative thoughts, or you're only seeing the good that they want you to see. So do not compare yourself to other people's success. Mistake number 4 now is moving on over into now my current budgeting business. I have completely moved on from skincare and hair care, actually, because I used to sell hair care, and I'm now focused on my stationery or my budgeting business, as you guys can tell. What I wanted to say is I started making products that I loved. And of course, you want to make products that you love, because that's why you started a business. But what you need to keep in mind is you are looking for your target audience. You need to create the products that your target audience is looking for or is interested in. Now, I started out with a lot of minimal products, just, black and whites and, just minimal. And at first, that was going really well. But as the time goes on, the months and the years go on, I realized that people are now more interested in, well, at least some people are still interested in the minimum, but there are a lot more people that are interested in the colors, the fun designs. You need to sometimes pivot in order to satisfy your target audience. Now, for me personally, like I said, I have customers that love the minimal. I have customers that love the color and the designs. I need to create products to satisfy both of those target audiences.
Got this shit about the mud, still grinding like I'm trying to get my weight up. When it gave too many chances to you niggas, I can't let nobody play us. Yeah, I got in my bag when I looked up, ain't seen them but a bunch of haters. No matter how much money we went through, we never let the paper change us. I done ran it up out the mud. I get paid to pop out the clubs. Put my partner in my budget. I watch people change, can't trust them. I got rich, but I'm still hustling. I run full speed to that cash. I can feel the shit in my calf muscles, reminiscing back when I ain't have none. Now they acting like they all happy for me. Where was you at when I needed? When it come to money, I'm greedy. I take anything just to please you. Can take everything if you leaving. Ain't tryna say it perfect, but I'm decent. I ain't going back broke for no reason. Might drip and might leave a puddle. If I need to clean it up, I'ma quick to pick her up. But for real, just put it on the floor. That other shit I'm not for.
Alright, y'all, let's get into mistake number 5. And I kind of touched on this previously, but it is not getting rid of products that were no longer selling or not redesigning those products that were no longer selling. I had a lot of products just sitting in my shop that haven't been purchased, that weren't moving, that haven't moved in a very long time. They weren't getting views. Just people were just not interested in those products. And a couple weeks ago, I made the decision to get rid of a bunch of my savings challenges, but I also did redesign a bunch of savings challenges. And I feel like when things are no longer working, you need to get rid of them. You need to bring in the products that will sell, that people are interested in. So I feel like I should have done that a lot sooner, because a lot of these products I did design and launch years ago. But now I have redesigned a bunch of challenges and got rid of a bunch. And I feel a lot better about the way that my shop looks. Granted, I do still have a few new challenges that I want to create and bring to you guys. And I do want to still have both minimal and both non-minimal challenges for all of my customers to enjoy. So yeah, I will be continuing to roll out new challenges as the weeks go on. So keep an eye out for that.
Right up to the side of my mountain until you
right, y'all, that's all I got for mistakes that I made while running my business. Now let's get into packing a few orders. I had a couple that needed to go out before this long weekend that just passed, so you guys can sit back and watch me pack these orders. I did have to use some of this honeycomb paper that I used to use when I used to wrap my skincare products and ship those out, because I ran out of my big bubble mailers. So just in case you guys were wondering, I had to use those because I like to keep the vellum products safe. And these were going to the States, so I decided to wrap them in a little bit of that honeycomb. I also didn't have any plastic bubble wrap, so yeah, that's why I went with this, just in case you guys were wondering. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video, and just enjoy the rest of this video. Bye.